he graduated with his bachelor's in business administration after spending time as one of the bubblegum guys classes, where he too was drafted into speaking, drafted to introduce speakers. Affordable Community Movers LLC is dedicated to serving all of those in Florida, and not just Florida, but the entire United States. The mission of Affordable Community Movers is for its customers to feel confident that their possessions will be moved safely and securely to wherever they're deciding to move to an apartment home, or to, if it's just a storage unit. So, anyways, his mission statement is that of which I just said, and I just want to let you know that. And then Affordable Community Movers, they strive to create a memorable and positive experience for each and every one of their customers, and they also take pride as well in making their customers happy, and it brings them joy when it makes their customers happy, so that they know that they're doing a good job. And also they like to make it stress-free as well for the customers, because obviously there's situations sometimes where you're not just moving because you're excited to move, you're moving because you're in a tough situation. So that's what they like to do for the customers. So that's what I like to do. Joel Wolfson, I didn't say this yet, I should have said this earlier. He was born in Buffalo, New York, and moved to Florida at the age of 12. He started school at USF Sarasota in 2012, but he attended college, University of Buffalo for a short while before moving in. And he worked during the summers as a canoe trip guide in
Algonquin Park, which is in Toronto.
Okay,
north of
how do you pronounce it?
Algonquin Park.
Algonquin Park.
Yeah, it's north of Toronto.
So,
in Canada.
That's pretty cool, man. And then his passion for moving started when he was helping his parents move furniture one time, and he was able to move this rug that his whole family couldn't move together, and they were literally in tears when they're like, I can't believe that you can move it, and they all bear out together. And so he was like, I gotta do this, so this is Joel Wolfson.
Thank you. First, I want to thank Dr. Stewart, Professor Stewart, for having me here today. And this class is really one of my favorite classes that I had, because I just, it's different. You guys must notice that when you come here, it's not just, some lecture. You just, sit around and you get bored. From what I remember, and as it still is today, guest speakers come and talk about, their business and their experiences, and it's just a fun environment, and I'm happy to be back. So my company is Affordable Community Movers LLC, and here's just some pictures of us. Thumbs up is usually what we do with our customers at the end of our moves, and that's us actually yesterday moving this big piece of furniture. So, background information. So I was sitting in this class, and Professor Stewart has always told me, and I'm sure he's told a lot of you guys, that you got to make a business card. Even if you don't have a business, just make a card. Write your name on it, your email, and hand it out to people. Just stay connected, that type of thing. And pretty much that's what I did. But the way I did it, I wrote Joe's Student Moving Service, and I really just had no plan. I was just handing out a card. And, pretty much I did what I didn't do now. I just handed out my card to storage units. And I figured, if someone wanted to call me, I'd, try to find a friend to help. But I was pretty much going at it alone. And so, yeah, I formed the company in 2014. I was in this class, and I got a call from someone who needed help loading a truck because they were moving to Punta Gorda. And I said I could help, but I didn't have anyone to help. So they said they would, pair me up with someone who was there. I was like, okay. And what happened was, I met my business partner there. And, you know, he actually attended this school too. And, you know, we got along great. We, you know, had good chemistry together. We worked well together. And, yeah, so we completed the job and I got his phone number. So, you know, if I wanted to do it again, I could call him. So, then, you know, we did another job together when I got a call, and we were like, you know what, let's be partners, and that's pretty much how it got started. And my partner's name is Q Joseph, and he introduced me to his family. He's got two brothers. They're all, you know, big, strong guys, and yeah, so, you know, we all sort of just started doing a bunch of jobs together. Mainly it was me and my partner, and then when there was, you know, bigger jobs, we'd bring the brothers and get more people as needed. And a year later, we were told we needed a mover's license, so we got our license, and we got a surety bond so we could legally operate in Florida. So, CEO obligations. So, if you're gonna be the owner of a company, not only you gotta just make things happen, but you actually gotta know how to do the work that your employees do and be the best at it. So you can like train employees and be a master at what you do. So you obviously gotta know how to load trucks, wrap the furniture, you know, break apart beds, how to organize the trucks, you know, wrapping glass, everything. You know, planning, like you gotta figure out ways to make sure you get the glass, so it, you know, what we do, we put it in between the mattress so it stays secure. You gotta pack the trucks, you know, super tight so, you know, nothing moves around. You know, where you put certain things in the truck, that's everything. And you gotta be in good physical condition so you can work all day and, you know, not fall over. So, and next is scheduling and booking. That's big. I mean, if we were a bigger company, I'm sure I'd probably hire someone else to do it, but since we're a small business, that usually falls on me. So if I get a call, I gotta do what I have to do to make it happen. I gotta explain, you know, my rates. I have to, you know, convince the customer that we're the best choice. And, you know, that's what I do, and we schedule, and I schedule the moves, and we make it happen. So next is marketing. Marketing is so important. And most people are these days think, you know, marketing, oh, it's all over the internet, you know, you gotta get on Google, you know, that is social media, all that is very important. But the most important thing, or at least what brings us the most value, is in regards to that type of thing, is business cards. Like, yeah, social media is great, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna do that, you have to pay for, you know, search engine optimization, you have to pay for all that, and that can get costly. So your best bet, at least for us, is getting our cards out there where our customers need them. You know, if they go to a U-Haul or a moving place, they're gonna ask, they're trying to rent a truck, okay, you guys know of any movers? And what we do is we make sure that we tell each storage unit that we're ready to go, so they recommend us. Web design. So my website is affordablecommunitymovers.com. I've sort of just been messing around with it the last few years, but you know, over the years, it's gotten better and better. You know, designing it, I put on YouTube videos, you know, ways to, you know, schedule calls, just a little information form, you write it down, and I get an email, and then, you know, I can schedule a job. Some, you know, mission statement, pictures, you know, prices, all that. Next is hiring employees. A lot of times, you know, when business is slower, me and my partner usually just do the jobs. But, you know, when business is, you know, because companies go up and down, but when business is good and there's bigger jobs, you gotta have more power to it. So we gotta get employees, you gotta train the employees. If an employee doesn't have a car, sometimes you gotta pick them up, you know, you gotta make it happen. And customer service. Customer service is so important. That means, like, you know, not just, you know, being polite over the phone, but once the job's over, you know, God forbid if something is broken, or, you know, there's a ding in the wall and, you know, we gotta go back and paint it, you gotta have, like, you know, positive, you know, prolonged relationships. So, and year from now when they need another mover, they're gonna call you again. And you gotta maintain a reputation. So reputation first, money second. And being prepared is a calculated risk taker. Stuff's gonna happen. It's not gonna be perfect. If a moving company says they've never broken something, then they're lying. You know, things happen. You know, sometimes you can prepare all you can, but you know, things happen. So you gotta be prepared. If something happens, you know, you gotta make sure you take care of it. You know, try to minimize the risk, prepare, wrap, and make sure things like that don't happen. And if they do happen, you gotta make it right with them. And keeping inventory of equipment. You know, this is so important. You gotta have stuff. You know, you gotta have tools, drill. You know, we have little sliders. You put furniture on. You can slide them through the tiles. You need it all. Dollies, blankets. You know, anything you might need, you should have. Okay, so here's just some pictures. And so for those of you who are in this class and maybe want to start a business, you're not sure what to do, I came up with some ideas, some suggestions, that type of thing. And so naturally, if you want to start a business, some people don't know what to do exactly. So first, I would think about what you did growing up. You know, pursue something you're naturally good at, like a skill, an interest, a hobby, a sport, like, you know, whatever it is. If you're into trading baseball cards, you know, make a website, you know, do something. And others, you know, anything, cutting grass, cleaning roof gutters, setting up fans, making a trap to, you know, trap animals that are infesting your, whatever it is you can do. If you're good at it and, you know, you can find people who can help you do it, then that's it. So find ways to sell. If you don't have like a product or service that, you know, if it's more like, you know, internet, that type of thing, make a video, monetize it. If you get enough views, you know, YouTube will pay you for it. So and then I wrote, you know, if you have something to sell, a product, a service, post it on Craigslist. See if someone will call you. I actually tried to do that a couple of years ago. I tried to build websites for others. I got like 2 jobs and then it didn't work out. So I mean, it doesn't matter. Just try something, and you know, it doesn't hurt to try. And another thing, if you want to start a business, you got to find someone to do it with you. Partners, employees, find someone to help you execute your plan and carry it out. And that doesn't necessarily have to be close friends or family. So yeah, that's that. And advantages to being a business owner. You set your own schedule, you get higher profits, you keep your profits. If you have a job right now, you have a supervisor, they're bossy, you know, they're not chill, they're kind of, you want to get away from them, then if you're the CEO of your own company, you have one boss and it's your customers, and that's it. And passion, drive, and pride. There's nothing that can take away your passion, your drive, and your pride if you're truly a master at what you're selling and you're passionate about what you've created. And the last couple notes I would like to say, a business owner, remember this, a business owner is not self-employed or a sole proprietor. Business owners grow with others, accomplish more, help more people, and they make more money. A business doesn't stop if you are not always present. And the more ethical you are, the more money you will make. So the better job you do, you know, the more passionate you are, you know, if the customer sees that you care more about making the overall experience a good one, then, you know, reputation first, money second. And that's pretty much it. I really wish all you guys the best here, and if you want to, whatever it is you pursue, a business, a hobby, you know, a job, I wish you guys all the best. And thank you to John Stewart family.
By the way, Karen just texted me, the door fell open and all the stuff fell out.
I hope not.
No, anyway, his first time he gave this talk, maybe you know Karen Winshed. She, 3 years later after you gave that talk, I guess, yeah, first time you gave the talk, Karen was in the class. Well, most of you may not know, she's moving to Alexandria. And he loaded her truck yesterday, and her husband's driving it. That's gonna be interesting. It was his bucket list, but anyway, which is a strange bucket list for, anyway, to drive it to Washington. But anyway, she remembered from his business card when he spoke in the class, and so she called him a month ago or 3 weeks ago to schedule bringing his crew in to load it up yesterday. And so this is what the kind of thing that becomes really important in terms of doing things like this. The first time he did this, I had to drag him up here to get this done. But so thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
And again, Karen wanted to know if you made it okay, because it was very hot yesterday. Okay, John, can you introduce Evan? Thank you.